I know that in your earlier book, Clearing a Space, you started a project to rethink modernity, and we've been talking about modernity a little bit earlier on in regards to your own writing. How does The Origins of Dislike continue this preoccupation?
It does continue the preoccupation because, as I said in Clearing a Space, firstly, I didn't buy into the whole thing that modernity was somehow a homegrown thing in Europe and something that was derived or implanted elsewhere. That being a model which doesn't stand, of modernity actually being homegrown anywhere, because it comes out of a very complex kind of a complex series of encounters.
Yes.
Culturally in the last 200 years. I've been exploring that and the inadequacy of the model which says that it's grown somewhere and then you transplant it somewhere else. The inadequacy of the what I have referred to as the import-export kind of model. And the other thing that I gradually began to realize, and I wrote about this in Clearing a Space as well, is that I had earlier thought that globalization had kind of abolished modernism and modernity and brought about a new kind of sense of, thinking about space, etc., and life. And as I began to explore more of the world in my travels, I realized that this is not true, that modernity, modernism still exist in various mutations. So this is what I'm looking back at. I think there has also been a kind of renewed interest in modernism in America and in Britain, even by creative writers, by novelists who are also essayists and who are looking through the essay into the modernist legacy, the legacy of modernism. Yet, to a certain extent, those essays or interventions seem slightly Eurocentric.
Yeah.
And I am not using the word Eurocentric as a kind of post-colonial rebuttal. I'm using it to say that we need to remap these histories and the way they've penetrated and informed each other.